You know what else really grinds my gears is Ceres Station. Now we've got both of these players synced up just wonderfully thanks to Stream Master Feasel. We can see really how these players measure up to each other. We will be seeing if Redy can pull out some awesome play here. We'll see if Joe can, or if Joe can keep a solid pace in front of Redy. Anything can happen. Joe getting a 100th of a second through the door faster than Redy. Obviously, that alone determines the race. GG, players can stop now. Uninstall. Joe pulling ahead of Redy just a little bit in that final room there. But both players getting off a series with ample time to spare. It is really weird if you wait and you don't make it off of series in time after seeing the ship fly out so many times. And then when you don't make it out, the ship doesn't fly out and you're just like waiting for it, and then the thing explodes. It's just like, it's awful. There's like this sinking feeling that you get. At least for me, I don't know. Maybe you guys are all just like heartless and like you don't care. But who knows? How do you uninstall a cartridge? It's a good question. Undownload. Undownload the extra RAM. Undownload the cartridge. Undownload the motherboard. Sinking feeling knowing Samus didn't even make it off of Ceres Station. The ship did not come off. Did not get out of Ceres. Having a little bit of issues with Redy's stream, it seems. Hopefully that does not persist. As we continue, we see Joe heading up through the construction site, having successfully collected Morph Ball and missiles, heading to grab bombs and defeat the infamous Bomb Torizo. Making their way up the climb, looking like Joe deciding to take the platforms on the way up. Whereas Redy we see doing the wall jump climb. Doing a pretty nice job, considering his personal best time. Although it does seem to be his internet might be lagging up a little bit, unfortunately. Looking like Joe first to reach the bombs, followed closely by Redy. So far, these players pretty close in tail. Interested to see where the first major deviation happens. I'm thinking maybe around Kraid. If one of these players has difficulty with the Kraid quick kill, we might see a large shift in distance between the players, or a lead change. You never know. Joe choosing not to do the Alcatraz climb. Interesting choice, but not too surprising, as we didn't see him do the wall jumping climb there out of through the climb. Yeah, if you missed the A Link to the Past race today, definitely make sure and go back and watch it. Unfortunately, I missed a lot of it, but I heard very good things about the race. Joe nailing that mock ball nicely there. As well as Redy. Both of the players getting it. Nice job to them. Getting to early supers, skipping the DLC boss. Spore Spawn. Oh, that is exciting. The a new Blaster Master race has been scheduled. It has been quite some time since we have seen one of those. Redy actually getting hit by a meta re. Now that normally isn't too big of a deal, except for the fact that he was already extremely low on health. Getting hit by that Rio didn't really help either, although he did get his health back from that big health drop. But this might spell problems for Redy a little bit later. You know, if he continues to take damage, Mini Kraid might give him a health bomb. Naki's going to have to farm Mini Kraid multiple times for the supers he's probably going to need for Kraid. Yeah, looking like, unfortunately, Redy's stream is still struggling. Joe grabbing Spazer. Definitely a comfort item. I can only assume he's using this. He's going to be using it majority of the time for boss fights. We're going to see it come out during the Phantoon fight, probably during the Batoon and Dragon fight as well. Seeing as all of those fights require some you know, decently difficult tech regarding X factors, you know, for a decent fight, and Dragon additionally with Shine Sparks. If you're not too comfortable with those boss strategies, grabbing Spazer can definitely speed the fights up. If you're not going to be doing the quickest strategy, having more damage with your charge shots will be quite imperative. Now, I didn't quite see, but it seems like Reddy probably grabbed the Red Tower health refill, seeing as how he does have pretty much full health again. Not a bad choice on his part. Seeing Joe going for the Kraid quick kill. Unfortunately, shooting his first super missile too early, not letting Kraid's mouth open up enough. Does get the early open though. Misses it. Kraid just needs one more charge shot or one missile to die, and there he goes. Down goes Kraid back to the depths from which he came. Yes, so Reddy's stream is having some issues. I can only assume, I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to go ahead and place a bet that it is his internet having problems, dropping lots of frames or something. So unfortunately, there isn't a whole lot that we can do about that. We can only cross our fingers and hope that it does clear up for him. Joe grabbing Kraid tank. Small deviation from the route here. The optimal route, that is. Just for a little bit of extra safety. The number one, without a doubt, the number one safety that we see in coming out from old route runners. Reddy not getting the Kraid quick kill. Does finish off Kraid though there, as we see. As Joe heads down into Lower Norfair. Now, there are 3, possibly 4. Okay, yeah. So we just saw Joe open up the direction to Ice Beam with a super missile. So we can only assume he's going to go back there on his way out of Norfair. What he's going to be doing is grabbing a couple crucial items for his journey. While in Norfair, he's going to be getting High Jump, which you will see him grab just in a few seconds. Followed by Speed Booster and then Wave Beam. And then the optional 4th item will be Ice, which I can only assume he will be getting. So I did get confirmation from Reddy that he does just have bad internet and there's nothing he can do about it. So we will just have to deal with this. But we will probably more than likely be seeing Joe grabbing early Ice. It is faster overall to get Ice Beam after you do the rest of the game as you make your way to Lower Norfair. However, players who opt to get early Ice tend to have a harder time making their way up Red Tower without it, due to, you know, either the Rippers or just not super confident in their wall jumping abilities, whatever the case may be. Having Ice allows you to freeze the Rippers and stand on them and make your way up Red Tower nice and easy. Now we will have to keep in mind, Redy is 30 seconds ahead of where we see him right now. So he's probably pretty close to Ice Beam at this point, but he is heading into Ice now. A little bit slower than doing it when Joe will be doing it. Joe will have Speed Booster when he goes back through Ice, which will be overall just a little bit faster. But we are going to be seeing early Ice Beam from both of these players, of course. Joe getting up Bubble Mountain without any problem can definitely be a huge roadblock. Did Redy not... It doesn't look like Redy got Spacer Beam. Joe hoping for some good super drops really quickly here. Definitely gets full super missiles after 3 rounds of farming. Not too shabby. So really interesting from Redy here. So we were probably going to be seeing him attempting some X Factor strats. Seeing as how he did not pick up Spacer. Joe doing getting his last item in his cleanup of Inner Norfair here, heading his way back out, going to grab Ice, and then head towards the wreck ship, where he will then encounter Phantoon. Unfortunately, we will not be seeing a high five from the two of them. Actually, we might have, if Redy's stream was not so far behind, we might have seen them both in Bubble Mountain at the same time. In fact, I think we would have. Looking at the time stamp here from Redy, we definitely would have seen a high five. Unfortunately, not the case. We do see Joe now going to get Ice as predicted. Redy with an interesting strat here, freezing that Waver, so he doesn't have to do the run and jump, which is, you know, it's kind of a tight window there. Just making that his ascent up Bubble Mountain just that little bit easier. Nice little freezing of the Gamer there from Joe, making himself a little platform. Setting up for Ice Escape, freezing both these platforms to get as much running speed as he can. He morphed pretty late through that door. He does get it, though, because of his huge amount of speed. Didn't have a problem making his way out of there. Falling in the double chamber from Redy, but makes it back up on top of the platforms. Doesn't even break a sweat. So we see the usefulness of Ice Beam revealing itself for Joe in Red Tower. We already saw him freeze a Ripper. Probably going to see just a couple more getting frozen. And by a couple, I mean all 4 of them. None of them escaping the wrath of JoeDamillio. Freezing them and leaving them there. With their unfortunate fate. Those poor, unfortunate souls. It's sad. It's true. I don't know any more of the lyrics to that song. In No Rush got it. Thank you, In No Rush. So Joe grabbed power bombs, now heading up to the wreck ship, as Redy is leaving Norfair. We will see if Joe decides to attempt the Oceanfly Shine Spark, or if he wants to just take this in 2 parts. Looking like 2 parts there, yeah. Decides to land, make his way across, grab this extra missile pack. Bonk on this door, and then initiate his Shine Spark in the next area we like to refer to as the ocean. Redy deciding to grab the Red Brinstar refill, energy refill, not a bad choice. It looked like Joe, he did a very high Shine Spark there. I can only assume he wanted to bonk on the little ledge where that has the door where you come out from grabbing Gravity Suit. He wanted to bonk there, I would assume, so he could save a little bit more health before Phantoon, because as you can see, he is farming for health now too. So... unfortunately for him, though, he did miss that, but he does have a decent amount of health, so he should be fine. We will see, though. So we see Joe taking off Ice Beam. Now, this is to kill Phantoon in 4 rounds. If you hit Phantoon with 3 charged wave Spazer shots every round, he will die in 4 rounds. So players who maybe struggle with the X Factors decide to go for this method, because you can definitely get it consistent pretty quickly. Getting a mid pattern from Phantoon. Another mid pattern. A fast. Went out for Joe. And then a fast again when he missed the initial shot. Joe's got to watch out for his health. He can only take 2 more hits before he can no longer take any more. Probably going to get a mid pattern here. No, he doesn't. Phantoon being a pooper. Gonna get a slow there. Just needs just a couple more shots. Oh no! Phantoon was dead! Phantoon was dead! And he got cornered and hit by a flame! Oh no! Joe, and with no safety save, has to start all the way over at the ship. Oh, how demoralizing. But props to him, he just keeps on going, starting back up immediately, no hesitation. Looking back at our other racer, Redy, not choosing to go for Oceanfly either. doing the two-part spark. Now, let me remind you, there was about a 25-minute difference in personal bests from these players. So theoretically, Joe could bring this back. And if he does, what a race this will be. Redy farming quite a bit of energy here for Phantoon. Yes, indeed, stranger things have happened in this tournament. Redy really, really wants health for this Phantoon fight. Looking like he might be done. Yep, he's done farming. Unfortunately, no super missiles, so he does have to kill this Ghidorah with missiles. Does waste quite a bit of time there. And so we are going to be seeing some X-Factor attempts from Redy. Hopefully he realizes he needs a power bomb selected. I suppose he knows that he doesn't have that selected because, oh, interestingly, he selects power bombs after, probably making this a little bit more difficult to pull off. Looked like a slow first round and a mid just now. Looks like not having super missiles is actually throwing him off a little bit, over-selecting past the power bombs there. Getting another fast! Getting good RNG, but not a whole lot of time to recover here. Completely out of power bombs, having missed those two X-Factors. He's got quite a ways to go to make up this damage here on Phantoon. His health also getting dangerously low. As we see Joe cleaning up Bomb Chorizo. Yeah, that was the Duckfist versus Daddy P Not 3D race. Race was very hype. Getting another fast! Only one hit left before he needs to get some more health. Taking a hit, getting a lot of health drops. Can he grab the health drops before he can run into a flame? Oh no! There was like 100 points worth of health, and he didn't grab any of it. No, but he did make a save. I missed it. I completely missed it. Redy did make a save in the red tower. Oh, so he did not lose in like that much time. I would say losing about 5 to 6 minutes. The drama. I'm just trying to make it interesting. If it's not already interesting enough, which would be surprising to me. If you're not interested by this in the race, it's all alone, by itself. Because I know I am. Redy making the very common mistake, landing right in front of a ledge The instant instinct that a player gets is to jump, but jumping will activate a Shine Spark, so unfortunately he sparked right into the wall there. Redy making it across the moat. Gonna be doing his next Shine Spark. And procedurally farming a lot of health. But it is not this day! Great Lord of the Rings quote. Well, that one line, not the rest of it. So we do see Redy farming up his health again. As Joe with 69 health. Oh no, rip the 69 health, dude. Oh no, Joe. Why you do this to me? Oh. That's alright though, I'm sure it'll pop up again at some point in this race. Joe grabbing the energy refill in Red Brinstar. How long would it take for an absolute beginner to get sub 1 hour in this game? Well, it depends on how much practice and how much time you dedicate to putting it into the game. I would say no more than like 2 to 3 months at the most. Can definitely do it much faster than that. That's being very generous. It obviously it just totally depends on how dedicated you are, how much time you put into practicing. Also how much Super Metroid you're watching as well. Taking everything in, learning. Like, 2 months would be probably around the time where if somebody has many other obligations in their life and doesn't, like, a family and work and children and doesn't have a whole lot of time for other things. But if you have a lot of free time to spend, you could probably do it relatively quickly. Getting sub-hour in this game is not the most difficult thing to do if you've got a lot of time to put into this. If you haven't decided to pick up Super Metroid, you should pick up Super Metroid. Wow! Redy getting lucky there, not getting a mid-pattern from Phantoon. If he had, he would have gotten Sunrise surprised and probably died. I'm not sure what his health was. Joe getting a nice quick kill there, making up for last round. Not really sure if these X Factors are worth it for Redy. He ends up taking a lot of damage going for these, not really making them any of the particles connect. At 89 health, there's a lot of flames here, deciding to try and pseudo-screw through them. 69 health! Enraging Phantoon! But Phantoon is very, very close to death. So Redy should have no problem taking out Phantoon, although afterwards, rip the 69 health. I don't know what pattern that was. But he got a pattern, and he killed Fantoon. So, congrats to Redy getting to move on here. As Joe, again, we see making his way out to Norfair. Going to be grabbing his items again, his 4 majors, high jump speed, wave, and ice. Exactly. You're not in any rush, are you? In no rush. Just all of a sudden enemies are dead for Redy just killing them with his mind. And by mind I mean internet connection, because cleaning up the attic, I guess, nice attic? Or something along those lines. Yeah, once you get the main route down, bosses are probably the next logical step where you can save a majority of your time as you are starting out. Of course, my advice to new runners is always don't reset. Just complete runs. Don't fall into the habit of resetting every time you make a little mistake, as you see many other runners doing. It's counterproductive when you're first learning. Redy deciding to farm some health looking like here before going through bowling, does not want to die. Each of those spikes do 30 damage. If you do unoptimal jumps, you can get through there with getting hit 3 times, which he has plenty of health to do. So it looks like he is comfortable with the health that he has now. Joe looking for some more supers. Not getting as lucky as last time. Taking about 5 farm rounds there to get up to max. Which is what he wants. You really only need about 3. Or 2, really. In Old Drought at this point. You can barely skim by with just 2 out of leaving Speed Booster. Redy, grabbing gravity. What a wonderful sight to behold. Gravity suits, I have a whole new appreciation for that thing. After doing so many randomizers. Describing randomizers is a discussion for an entirely other time. There's multiples of them. They can be a little complicated. But there's plenty of people who run them. You can ask anybody in the community, and they would be glad to explain to you what the randomizers are, or any question about Super Metroid in general. With a pretty open and helpful community. Part of the pride of the community, I think. Item jingle length randomizer, oh god. Ready grabbing that health refill again on his way to Meridia. As Joe, heading on out, finally has all his items from Norfair again, going up to the wreck ship once again to show Phantoon who is boss. We do see a high five here through the Meridia tube, as actually both of their timers are pretty much synced up at this point. Reddy has been able to sync himself back up along with Stream Master Fiesel in the background. I'm sure working very hard to get them synced up for us here. Never forget the men behind the scenes. Fiesel and Mythical 9 donating so much of their time and energy to providing the restreams. Reddy opting to do a gravity jump as his Shine Spark was too far left. Did not quite make it on the platform there. Just use a regular Super Nintendo controller and you will be fine. Use any other controller and you'll be subject to relentless criticism and judgment from myself. Furiously pulling the strings and turning the knobs, clicking the buttons, pressing the keys, singing the songs, I'm sure, whistling while he works. Reddy missing quite a few supers on Botsoon here. Pretty unfortunate, although he does not have Spazer. I keep forgetting, so these charge shots are only doing about half of what a super does to Botsoon. No, not even USB SNES controllers. Get a real one with a USB adapter. That is what you need. If you're gonna go that route, just buy a real Super Nintendo controller and buy a Super Nintendo controller to USB adapter and use that. Reddy, for some reason, grabbing the Botsoon tank and opting to bomb his way through the maze instead of backing out and running through with Speed Booster. Not quite sure the rationale on that, but who am I to judge? At dawn they sleep. That is a very good point. But, you know, if people are... if they do not have a SNES, They cannot play on console, which is the superior way to play, in my opinion. You will need to be playing on the computer using an emulator. So my suggestion, if that is your only option, buying a real SNES controller or using one that you had from your youth. Excellent CWJ there from Redy that we did see before the screen jumped again. Not really helping out a whole bunch, but cool nonetheless. Redy deciding to save beforehand. I missed if Joe wanted to save, or if he did save before Fantoon. Already down to just below half health. Yes, genuine, actual, manufactured by Nintendo controllers, and then just buy the Super Nintendo to USB adapter for your computer. I have one right here next to me. I would show it to you, but there's no way to see. Joe on finishing his third round of Fantoon. Fantoon should only have one round left. Giving him a fast 1, 2, and 3. Finishing off with the super. Excellent job for Joe. Cleaning up Fantoon there. Joe actually making up time on his previous run. He did die about 25 minutes in, and it is now 46 minutes in. Getting to Fantoon about 5 minutes faster than he did before. Redy going for the Shine Sparks here on Dragon. When you Shine Spark Dragon, for every frame that you are, it looked like that would have been a pretty good Shine Spark there, though we're getting a PowerPoint presentation. Which is great! Here, I can talk about this! So every frame that you are with Shine Sparking inside Dragon's hitbox, like so, it's dealing 150 damage to Dragon. So... Oh, Redy getting a little bit dangerously low on his health here. Really needs to watch out. Should not be looking like he's taking it safe. Good good call not to continue to Shine Spark Dragon. You can get chain damage from Dragon. And end up dying after Dragon is dead. Redy, no! Well, at least he did have a save. It's just more time that Joe is getting to make up on Redy here, steadily climbing his way back. How far behind is Joe? It's really hard to tell. With players of such varying skill, it's difficult to make an accurate prediction. I am not having any more internet issues. Thankfully. Thankfully. For whatever reason, my download speed was 3.5 megabits per second, as opposed to the 30 that it should have been yesterday, which is extremely frustrating. So we're seeing Redy here still trying to fight Dragon. I don't think Dragon is even halfway dead yet, and Redy only has just over... Yeah, Dragon is not even halfway dead. You will know when her stomach turns a very bright red. And Redy does not have a lot of health left. Joe entering Meridia. They are now within the same area of the game. This is getting a lot closer. The time difference between the two players is steadily closing the longer that Redy takes to fight Dragon. Right in the olds. I haven't heard that before. That's good. Yeah, there's absolutely zero chance of Joe PBing after losing 25 minutes. His PB is 56. Redy needs to be extremely careful. One hit from Dragon will kill him. I'm half expecting the stream to freeze and appear on a white screen. Playing this extremely safely, pseudo-screwing through the goo to get Dragon to go back into a swooping phase. Napster. Oh man, I remember those days. Oh, wow! Barely dodged that swoop from Dragon. Oh my god. We do have to remember, Redy doesn't have Spacer, so these charge shots are not doing a lot of damage, but does end up taking down Dragon as Joe cleaned up Botwoon, heading into Dragon now, flying through here, making a totally catching up. Redy standing there, not grabbing the drops. What is he doing? Downloading the real Slim Shady on Napster. Oh yeah. And here comes Joe. Let's see how he fares on Dragon. He does have a lot more damage output than Redy does, almost 2 times more. So we'll see if he opts to go for some of the Shine Spark strats. But it looks like he's probably just going to be doing charge shots. So that will be 20 charge shots he needs to get on Dragon. 20 charge shots and supers combined, since we did see him using supers. Every 3 missiles he uses is equal to a charge shot or a super missile. Dragon getting quite down in the health. And there she goes. Joe making up tons of time on Redy. And Redy, I'm not sure if he took a safety save after Dragon. I certainly hope he did, because these enemies are they're not gonna relax. As you just saw that shoot doing 20 damage to Redy, and he only has 26 left. Be very, very wary of Redy's health if he does not farm these little dudes. Okay, he does. So he still has to be very careful. More than one hit from these space pirates will kill him. Oh my god! Alright. Okay. Looks like we're good. Alright, he's out. Joe just steadily getting closer and closer here. Probably just about a minute and a half separating the two of them. It's a very, very rough estimate. Do not take that to heart by any means. They still both have the entirety of Lower Norfair to go through, where their lives are in even more peril. Especially probably Redy's, seeing as he has just been scooting by on a very small amount of health this entire race. Oh man, alright, I take full responsibility for Sweetnum's departure, should there not be an exact 1.5 minute discrepancy between the players' times. Looks like Redy might be taking this save? I can't tell. No! He doesn't, or maybe he did, but it just skipped right by it. There's no way to know, folks. We have no idea. Did he take his AD save or not? Well, it will forever be in suspense. JoeDamillio looking great on all fronts here. Really great ammo count and good health. Redy's not so good, but Redy deciding to take the farm station on the way to Lower Norfair. Probably going to be sitting there farming up all the way to full. If you're interested in looking at the schedule for future matches, after today, we will be entering the final week of the round robin stage, concluding the final 32 matches of this tournament. Roughly that many. Some have been done earlier, so there's going to be a little less than 32 matches to go. We will be starting week 5, starting tomorrow. If you're interested in looking at that schedule or anything else that has to do with this tournament, type !SM into the chat. You will be provided with the links for the Google Doc and the challenge site to see everything that you need to know. Joe, not needing to farm, all of the sudden, temporarily, briefly in the Gravitron as Redy is in there as well. These guys are so very close to each other right now. The gap is steadily closing. Joe playing very solidly, making his way back to Redy right now. Okay, let me just type it for you guys because... Here they go, both of these players powerbombing pillars. They're both within the fast pillars room together. Joe steadily climbing, crawling, running his way. Whatever it is that you want to call this. Pressing the buttons his way back closer to Redy, having a much nicer, worse room than Redy is looking like he might, if this pirate doesn't give him any more trouble. Redy taking a hit from a fireball from a Namahe there. Really unfortunate. That's another 50 damage. 50 health he's not getting back. Joe making his way nicely through Amphitheater, not getting screwed by space jump, wonky physics, and getting knocked back down. Looking like Redy seems to make it up no problem as well. Does seem like Joe has surpassed Redy. Joe taking his time, definitely safety saving, a very good idea as we see Redy actually going to grab the Firefly E-Tank. So Joe getting even more of a lead here. If he doesn't die to Ridley and he makes it out, he'll be in very, very good shape. We see Joe using bombs to blow out these blocks. He knows he does not have enough power bombs to use a power bomb there. Good thinking on his part. He would have needed to grab the power bombs of shame should he have used a power bomb. Just look at the timers. They are in the race channel, the SRL race channel, so they did start at the same exact time. So their timers should be an accurate representation of where they are relative to the other players. So you do see Joe's time just eclipsed something or other with Redy's time. So as Redy was making the save in Ridley, Joe was in the Ninja Pirates. So we do know that Joe is ahead. Redy has died twice. He has died once to Phantoon and once to Dragon. Joe, he did have safety saves the entire time. Joe, unfortunately, did die to Phantoon without a safety save, but has surpassed Redy by a few rooms here, entering Ridley as Redy's entering the Ninja Pirates. Let's see how well of a Ridley fight Joe has. He's got a decent amount of health. He's going to need to hit Ridley with 20 charge Ice Wave Spacer shots to take down Ridley. Looking pretty good. Ridley should be pretty close to dead. I haven't actually been counting the shots. Getting close. Ridley should be dead. Okay, he does get grabbed there. Excellent. We'll probably be seeing Joe grabbing the Ridley tank. Still having an excellent amount of ammo here. Do with a couple more power bombs, and there he goes. We should be good on his ammunition here. Having perfect ammo coming out here. He's going to grab this Ridley tank, have full health. Having all of this ammunition bodes very well for him, for Turian, as we see Joe leaving the Ridley tank as Redy begins the Ridley fight. So already Joe has made himself quite a large distance ahead. Redy opting to use all of his supers at the start of the Ridley fight. Now that's not necessarily the worst idea, however, because super missiles are the highest form of DPS that you can use on Ridley. However, he now is going to be a little bit shorter on supers and might have to do some extra farming or take it careful in Turian. Watching out for Redy's health. Ridley is not dead. He's not dead. Please. Please! That doesn't look good. That does not look good. What? 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 Dude! His tail! What? Hit what? Okay, so Redy just got extremely lucky. Wow. Talk about the luck. Ridley's tail is not one hitbox. It is a bunch of different hitboxes, and Ridley's tail can like extend and get longer. And so what I'm assuming happened there was that it extended so much and in such a way that when he swung his tail, the individual hitboxes of his tail spread out just enough to go around the morph ball. Should he have been hit there, he would have died. He had 19 health, Ridley's tail does 30. I was so convinced he was gonna die. That is incredible. Oh man. Joe using his power bombs to get through. Unfortunately, not saving or farming another one to get through Bubble Mountain faster, but a minor time loss there. Not really anything to be concerned about, as you know, if he does know where Redy is right now, he really shouldn't be concerned about the time at this point. He has a very, very large distance between him and his opponent. So coming up to Three Musketeers, we might see Redy take it very, very safely, kill these key hunters, as we do see him doing, making it up Lower Warfare with tons of health. Joe with absolutely phenomenal ammunition. He's going to need to use 2 more super missiles, one to open up this green gate coming out of Meridia here, and one to open up the red door heading to Turian. But having 20 and 8 going into Turian is excellent. He probably won't be at all worried about his ammo. For those of you who are unaware, the reason why I am mentioning his ammo for Turian as something to watch out for is that Mother Brain can only be Mother Brain's first form, while she's in the glass tube, or in the glass encasing, can only be damaged by ammunition, not charge shots. So Joe looking in excellent condition, as opposed to his opponent Redy, who chose to use all of his super missiles on Phantoon, leaving him with only 2. Now, if Redy chooses not to farm, he will end up with 0 supers as he enters Turian. Now that can be a problem, in that the Metroids can be very, very stingy and choose not to give him a lot of super missiles. Since both of these players... Actually... Yeah, since both of these players have a maximum ammo count of 25 and 10, we can see... assuming they exit the final Metroid room with 25 missiles, they can have anywhere from 8 supers above and be fine and not have to refill. If they have anything less than 8 super missiles when they exit the last Metroid room, they will have to open up one of the doors on the way to Mother Brain with missiles and then go back and refill for every super missile they have less than 8. There are 3 doors that they would need to open. So if they have 25 and 5, that is the least amount that they can go in with. Otherwise, they will not be able to complete to kill Mother Brain. Actually, you know what? I think 25 and 5 would actually still work? No. They would be 1 missile short. They do need... Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm having trouble doing math. When you're hungry and you're trying to do math, it doesn't really work out. Did Joe kill that last Metroid? In the lava? No, he didn't. He's going back for it. Okay. So Joe's health a little bit low, but not really a huge issue. He might just end up going and refilling anyway. We do see Redy filling up his ammo and saving before going to Turian. I do not have any Snickers on hand, but you know what? After this commentary, I am going to go to my local taqueria and get this delicious burrito that they have that has crinkle fries in it. Can you believe it? Crinkle fries, dude. It is so good. Joe having trouble getting this Metroid off. Please! Rolling back into it! His health! Please! Okay. Alright. We're fine. Everything's fine. I don't know the last time that Joe did save. Okay, taking this very safely. Taking this extremely safely. Exiting with maximum ammunition, so he is good. I am starving. That burrito is going to be so good. I am going as soon as this race is over. Fiesel. Oh my god. Fiesel is like an amazing human being. Like, aside from the fact that he's been doing all of this amazing stuff for all of these tournaments, not just the Super Metroid ones, but everything that happens on twitch.tv/speedgaming, but every single time that I've been commentating Super Metroid, he's come out with at least one awesome pun. And if you don't know me, I love puns, especially awful ones. And Fiesel does not let me down ever. So we see Joe exiting the big Metroid as Redy enters. Joe shooting a couple extra missiles there to take away the reeds. Joe, let me tell you, not entirely the most efficient method to get rid of those plants there, buddy. You might try using the wave beam. Did he face right? I totally didn't even miss. I didn't even pay attention. Wow, I was too busy talking about my burrito. Good job for him facing right. So Joe actually taking this super safe... Oh, okay, no, never mind. I thought he was going in the upper door. Okay, so Joe safety saving before Mother Brain. Very good idea. Even though he has these extra energy tanks, he is still in danger of getting killed by one ketchup beam. The ketchup beam, like Ridley's tail, is made up of multiple hitboxes, which can overlap and hit you on the same frame. Should they do so, you will be dealt all of the damage from both of those, from however many of those overlap and hit you, all in the same frame. So that would be, you know, however many hitboxes hit you times 100. So if he was to get hit by 3 of them, he would die. We see Redy actually unable to get the Metroid off him in Metroid's 3, as well as Metroid's 4, opting to just powerbomb them off, taking 3 powerbombs to do so. So Joe, we're going to be seeing 20, I don't know why I said 20 charge Ice Wave Plasma shots to take down Mother Brain 2 here. Watch out for that catch-up. Did only get hit by 1 of those. And there she goes. We do see him damaging himself. Oh, why? No! Wait, why did you... He saved though! He saved, what is he doing? He forfeited from the race. He's going back. Okay. Okay, he forgot that he had safety saved, so he had forfeited. But then he undone. He undone. He's back in this. He is going. So for those of you who didn't see, as I was about to explain, you saw Joe damaging himself down to below 300 health. For whatever reason, he was below 300, but for whatever reason, he continued to damage himself and actually took fatal damage. Took himself below 300. And because of this, we see Redy just coming right out, just coming out of the safety save, heading into... they're both entering at the same time! Oh my god! Oh no, never mind. Redy is pausing. He's turning off... What are you doing? Turning off plasma? Why? Why? What is happening? Why are you turning off plasma? Oh man. Oh man. Joe getting through the Zepatites. Struggling to morph and get into the... come on! Redy still having trouble getting through the Zepatites. Joe pulling back ahead. Redy really needs to get through here now if he's going to have a chance. There he goes. He is through. JoeDamillio just taking down Mother Brain 1. Look at the screen scroll there for Redy, actually. Mother Brain. I have not seen Mother Brain so far to the left of the screen. Okay. So we're seeing Joe wrapping up Mother Brain with that catch-up beam. Wow. He would have been fine. No, Joe, you're good. Don't do any more damage. Okay. Okay. Now Redy. Again, 20 shots here. Dodging that first catch-up. Probably going to see another one. Getting hit, only taking 1 tank of damage. Redy is through. Redy. Redy, she's dead. Now, Redy didn't damage himself. Now, this is actually going to be a little bit of a time loss because Mother Brain does damage you until you are below 100 health. Now, that is why we saw Joe damaging himself. Rip the 69 health, dude. 68. Rip, rip, rip. Why ketchup beam? Because I'm hungry and I'm going to eat after this. No, I say we, but I mean, this was like this before I even started speedrunning this game. We've named all of Mother Brain's different attacks, different, like food items. So the red beam is the ketchup beam because red. Those blue rings that she's shooting on the Metroid are onion rings. The yellow beam that she shoots horizontally out of her eye is a French fry. It looks like a crinkle fry, which will be in my delicious burrito that I will be eating in probably about 15 minutes from now. And the little bombs that she drops there, now those have a couple of different names. I'm not entirely sure what the most common one is, but I've heard meatballs, I've heard tater tots. That's my personal use for them. Those ones aren't as set in stone as the other three attacks are. The rainbow beam is called the rainbow beam. And there goes Joe, starting the escape as Reddy's still trying to finish up Mother Brain 3. This is going to be a pretty close race here. Maybe about a minute separating the two. Rainbow beam. Baked beans. Ooh, I like that. I like baked beans. For those of you who are unaware, saving the animals is actually an instant disqualification from the tournament. Unfortunately, will be removed from the tournament entirely if the animals are saved. Fortunately, Joe not even showing any indication of doing anything with the animals, proceeding straight to the ship, collecting $200 as he passes go, finishing with a first place time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 29 seconds. Congratulations to him. Of course, I was kidding. Saving the animals is at the runner's discretion, has no implications as far as rule breaking. Just a loss of time for the runner should they decide to go for that. I'm just an advocate of not saving the animals. Save a real animal. These animals will just respawn once you turn the game off and on again. And thankfully, Reddy just passing right on over those animals. Going straight to the ship, passing go, collecting $200. Finishing with a charged Shine Spark and an SRL race time of 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 33 seconds. Actually, just a minute over his PB, it seems. And approximately 1 minute and 4 seconds between the two players. So awesome job. I apologize. Actually, I didn't even really guess that it would be a minute and a half at the end, but it was pretty close. Minute and a half. My guess, just a minute and 4 seconds differentiating the two players. Awesome job. Congratulations to both of them. Regrettably, there is no more Super Metroid tonight. However, tomorrow, there is more Super Metroid, but that does not mean that your speedrunning awesomeness is over for tonight on twitch.tv/speedgaming. Starting, actually, like, immediately, in 2 minutes is another Blaster Master, the continuation of the Blaster Master tournament. So stay right here in your seats, folks, because that is starting in just 1 minute now. So I am going to go. Thank you so much for having me. Excellent race. And as always, I will see you all next mission.